is a presentation of Fox Sports, celebrating 10 years of excellence.
Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Sometimes the final moments of greatness are lost in the shadows, especially in October. But not today. This is a fall classic, the sequel showdown, maybe the final chapter of a storybook career. But look who's come to help. The best road team in baseball has arrived. And one last time, Pedro and the Rocket will take up arms in what could be the crucial battle of this baseball war. Hi, everyone, and welcome inside the Fox Network Center. Jeannie Velasco, along with Kevin Kennedy. And I don't know what to say, because this postseason just keeps getting bigger and better. And how about the fight of the century, too, maybe?
Incredible, Jeannie.
Shades of 99?
Absolutely. Well, one future Hall of Famer is replacing the other, and has replaced the other, as the ace of the Boston Red Sox. Roger Clemens, #1 all-time in wins at Fenway Park with 101. Pedro Martinez, should he win today, #1 in winning percentage since 1920. With a pitcher that had a minimum of 50 appearances. That's unbelievable. 50 decisions, I should say. Take a look right here. Roger Clemens, all-time, 17th in win. He got number 300, of course, this year, back in June. And strikeouts, he's third all-time. All-star appearances, 9. Cy Young Awards, 6. Pedro Martinez now is 31 years old. Roger Clemens, 41 years old. So all these numbers for Pedro, you can almost put him in the same category as Roger Clemens. I think before Pedro's all said and done, he is also going to have 300 wins and a bunch of strikeouts, to be right up there with the all-time leaders historically.
All right, I think it's pretty clear this is not your usual day at the ballpark, so we're seeing lineup changes.
A lineup changes. Enrique Wilson in the lineup today. Why? Because he's 7 for 8 against Pedro Martinez. Sometimes as a manager, you look at the matchups, and Joe Torre says, I cannot deny Enrique Wilson being in this ball game today. So he pops a ball to left field right here off of Pedro. He pops a ball to right field off of Pedro. Pedro's going, how is this guy hitting me? Who is Enrique Wilson? Well, he comes up big every time Joe Torre seems to put him in the lineup. So I guarantee you, Pedro will concentrate not just on the big hitters for the Yankees, but he's going to bear down on Enrique Wilson, because as a pitcher, you know who hits you well, and I guarantee he knows that Enrique Wilson hits him.
Grady Little was joking. Maybe we'll just tell him what pitch is coming, so this way he'll just swing away.
Exactly right.
We'll see. But how about the other addition, the Boston lineup? He's coming back, the grade 2 concussion, Johnny Damon.
Healthy. He's healthy. He's fine. He's been cleared to play. He took batting practice in Yankee Stadium the other day. He's fine. Take a look at the collision in Oakland the other day. Yeah, where are we at? Oakland the other day. Wow. Damian Jackson right there. Well, incredible right there. But Johnny Damon is okay. Like I said, he took batting practice in Yankee Stadium. He's fine. He's in the lineup. He's their catalyst. He's their go-to guy. And this will help you right here. A kiss from your children, that'll make anybody healthy, no question about it. 103 runs scored this year. He's a leader in stolen bases for the Red Sox at 30. Great defensive center fielder. They miss him. No disrespect to Gabe Kapler, but you got to have this guy in the lineup. Lefty bat at the top of the order, especially against the Rocket today.
Damon, one of the only Sox who would not shave his head, so the whole team is trying to convince him, hey, man, when you passed out and you came to, you told us you would shave. Hey, that hasn't worked yet.
Leave the head alone. He's had enough head problems.
Exactly.
He's okay, though.
All right, let's talk about someone who does not have problems versus Roger Clemens. That would be Trot Nixon. And then how about Todd Walker as well?
Both guys pushing 400 with the lifetime batting average against Roger Clemens, especially Trot Nixon. You know, he hits the fastball extremely well. He sees Roger pretty well. So Roger's going to mix it up. Believe me, Roger knows the matchups as well. So he's going to bear down. He's going to look for the fastball in, the split away. He's going to use a curveball, the cutter, anything he can to get Trot Nixon out. And Roger knows how to pitch in Fenway Park. He knows it's a short porch in left field there. So he'll try to get those guys, if the wind is blowing in a little bit from right field, to pull the ball a little bit. So the elements will definitely be a factor today as well.
All right, well, what about Roger? We suggest you take a real good look at him today. It might be your last chance. This might be the last game Clemens ever pitches. The final fastball, the final out on his way to Cooperstown. It's fitting, don't you think, that his last major league moment could come at Fenway, where it all started.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. He's especially because it's the playoffs. So if you can't get a little keyed up for that, then you're missing something. It's probably time to walk away from the game. I want my body to feel good. I want to go out there and try and hopefully set a tone and try and make good pitches, dictate the game, and give our guys a chance to win. I played here for 13 years, so there's not just one thing. I mean, I remember when I got the ovation, I was still trying to collect my thoughts coming out of a game. Once I got to the dugout, Zim and Joe made mention that to get out there and tip your cap, and it was great. I mean, but again, the fans here, just like the fans in New York, have been real supportive over my career, these 20 years.
Now, I managed Roger Clemens in '95 and '96. He was pushed out of Boston. He wanted to stay there. He's one of the most passionate and emotional players I've ever managed. He really cared about the Boston fans, but he's the enemy now. He's a Yankee. For his final appearance at Fenway Park, being back home, Jeannie, it's a great matchup again today. Incredible. What does he have? He's still got gas. 94, 95 fastball, up and down in the zone, and then the split-fingered fastball that he's used the last decade. That's one of his devastating out pitches as well. You're going to see them all today. As I said, Roger Clemens, I think right now, Jeannie, he's at peace. '99, it was more emotional because it was really his first time back and the fans were on him. I think the fans respect him, yet they're going to boo him at times as well. But I think he's at peace. He's still going to have the same intensity. I think his game plan is going to be right on. I expect him to pitch well.
Well, and we should say for the record, Roger is quick to remind everybody, hey, this is not my final start. Come on, I'm looking World Series. The guy has had an incredible career, especially at Fenway.
Well, that's why he's going to the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's always believed that. He said, we're not done. We're going to the World Series. The confidence is there. The intensity is there. 101 wins all-time at Fenway Park. As I said, #1 of any pitcher in Major League history. He's still got the strikeouts per 9 innings. It's amazing because at his age, at 41 years of age, he's still got a 94, 95 fastball. And part of it's because of his great mechanics, his intensity, his work ethic in the offseason and during his season, in between starts. He's had a lot of rest. He'll be ready. But always for a power pitcher or any pitcher, it's getting out of that first inning. Will he be nervous? I don't think he'll be nervous, but the emotions will be there. And that's what you look for as a manager. Can he get out of the first inning? If he does that, he'll be fine and get you deep into the ballgame.
All right, in the other corner, Pedro Martinez. Not talking bad mood. That's the only words we've heard from Pedro this postseason. Well, no one actually heard them. They were taped to his locker after a Game 1 victory at Yankee Stadium. Yes, I said victory. Pedro is pumped, obvious, despite the valve silence.
He creates most of his extra energy and stuff because of how competitive he is. And he's continued to be that way his whole career, and that's why he's Pedro Martinez.
All right, what about Pedro? Because you had hit too.
I did back in 1991 in AAA. He came up and joined me in my Albuquerque club. And, you knew he was something special. His brother Ramon was a great Dodger pitcher, but Pedro Martinez had more quality pitches, a great changeup, a great curveball, a great fastball, and the personality, the humorous guy, as you just mentioned. That was him back then. He gets it. And nothing really bothers him. He'll be up for this matchup today as well.
And maybe not a lot of recent success versus the Yankees, so what does he have to do today to turn the tide?
He's going to use all of his pitches, no question about it. He's got 4 out pitches and 4 strikeout pitches. I don't think you can say that about anybody else right now in Major League Baseball. The fastball's 93. Sometimes he'll get it back up to the 96 when he needs to. A power curveball over the top right there. A cutter that he's added in the last couple of years. He gets lefties to pull the ball foul intentionally, and then he'll come back with a fastball or a changeup to get you out. He's got a devastating changeup off the table that he throws. 4 out pitches, 4 strikeout pitches. He'll use them all. And again, he knows the matchups. He knows he's got to get Enrique Wilson out. Enrique's leading off today, and that'll set the tone right away in the first inning.
So Pedro's not talking, but we have to talk about Pedro because he has had an incredible career.
He really has. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He signed in Boston long term. They picked up his option earlier in the year. He's going to be there at least another year. We know that. And look at the wins. This is what's incredible to me, Jeannie, the 2.5 earned run average, especially pitching now a lot in the American League. I mean, that is absolutely phenomenal. This is second all-time. Ks per 9 innings pitched. The winning percentage at Fenway we talked about. Anybody that has a minimum of 50 decisions. I mean, he could be #1 all time if he wins today. That's why this matchup today is classic, and that's why this 1-1 tie right here, it's going to be broken today by somebody. I think it's going to end up being the bullpen. Well, my point is, I don't think it's going to be a decision by the starters. I really think it's going to come down to bullpens. And I think that's going to be it. Who's got the best bullpen? I think the sleeper right here in the wild card is Contreras in the bullpen for the Yankees with the stuff we've seen in the postseason so far, getting to Rivera, who now can go 2 strong innings. So I think Boston, Pedro, he's got to get deep into the game, probably at least 8 innings.
So you're saying the evil empire will take Contreras and flirt him in front of the Fenway faithful?
I'm not predicting. It's an even matchup, and I've had both these guys, so I'm going to stay right there. But
All
it's going to come down to
season long, Fox Sports Sports and Sprint are going to be interactive during each of today's games. You'll have the chance to make your voice heard with Sprint Virtual Manager. Use your PCS Vision phone from Sprint or log on to foxsports.com to vote on questions pertaining to your game. We need to take you out to the ball game. It could be the last chance for Roger and the best chance for Pedro to help take the Sox where Clemens couldn't, the October promised land. The hottest ticket in Boston sports history could be, because we got a couple of aces up our sleeves. Of course, nothing compares to the Sox secret weapon. Out with the rally monkey, in with the rally karaoke guy.